Hey guys, Panzer J back here in Operation 8th Air Force. It's turn 11.2 for the CCP and 11.3 for the USSR. It's July of 41. So let's get into the CCP portion of the turn. So they potentially do have an attack. So I think Bruce and I might have a truce, so I'm not positive. I wasn't able to get a hold of anybody prior. So if we have a truce, I believe I can just move here into Shanghai, but I'm not positive. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack Shanghai with the assumption that we don't have a truce, but I think we might. But either way, if we have a truce, then we'll just move into it. If not, then this is combat. So uh, the KMT have two militia in Shanghai. We're going to take our cavalry from Shensi, our two mountain infantry from Shensi, and two of our infantry from Shensi. So that's going to leave behind, what is it, 6 infantry maybe? Let's see, 3, 6. Yeah, it's going to leave 6 infantry behind. Okay, so 2 infantry, 2 mountain, and a cavalry against 2 militia. It looks like I got to cross mountains to get to this roundel. So on this first round, well, the mountain infantry aren't affected, so there'll be 2s. The cavalry will drop to a 2, and the infantry will drop to 1. So 3 2s, 2 1s against 2 2s. Okay, so we've got our two mountain infantry and our cavalry at 2s. Nothing. And then we got our 2 infantry at 1s. Well, I did get a 1. There's the 2, though. Okay, so he loses 1 militia. He's got 2 militia back at 2. 9 and a 10 both miss. Okay, so he's down to a militia. We've got 2 mountain and a cavalry at 2. Nothing. And then we got 2 infantry. And I don't know if we're past the mountains or not, but I don't want to screw anything up with the battle. We can PB it if it's different. I'm just going to keep the 2 infantry at 1s for now. Oh, there's a 1 and a 4. So we got our last hit, the militia. In return, a 9 misses. Okay, so we do take Shanghai. It's not worth anything. So we take it with 2 mountain infantry, 2 regular infantry, and a cavalry. Okay. So, oh yeah, I forgot to do purchases. They had $2 to spend. They don't spend any of it. They just save it. Okay, so now our recruitment roll should be up to a 2. So let's see if we do any better with that. 4, of course, we miss. Okay, so that's it. They collect their 2, so they'll have 4 next turn. For unit disposition, we've got 2 mountain infantry, 2 regular infantry, and a cavalry in Shanghai, and 6 infantry in Shensi, and they got $4 to spend next turn. Okay, on to the Soviet Union. So for tech rolls, we have 4 major factories plus the extra tech roll for having all of our victory cities. We're going to go ahead and rail one of our major factories, which uses up one of our, obviously, tech dice and also uses up both our rail moves. So we only have 4 techs to roll for this turn. We're going to try for advanced artillery, stage 1, 7 or higher. Heavy armor, stage 1, 8 or higher. Jet, stage 3, 8 or higher. And rocket, stage 3, 9 or higher. Okay, so let's go ahead with artillery first. A 9, we succeed. Heavy armor. A 10, we succeed. Those are the 2 we didn't want. Or, well, we wanted them, but not as much as these next 2. Jets at an 8. Good. 12, we succeed. And rockets at a 9. Holy shit. 4 for 4. Phenomenal. Okay, so let's go ahead and move those all up. So we finish jets, and that might change my buy. We finish rockets, and we move artillery to 2 and heavy armor to 2. So not a bad tech program. There's really nothing I want to pull off of my buy, though. I think we're just going to keep the buy as it is, even with finishing off jets and rockets. I think, though, I might... Wait a second. Let me check the book real quick, because I think I might get something free for finishing off that, because that's a victory point. I know that. So let's see what we got here. I think... Yeah. Soviet technical supremacy, have researched jets and rockets, which we just did. So one jet fighter and one strategic rocket to be placed at an eligible factory once per game. Okay, so we do get a jet, which of course I don't have one out, and a rocket, which I don't even think I have a sculpt for a Russian rocket. Okay, so we're not going to change our buy. We get the free jet and the free rocket. Okay, so for purchases, we finished with 64. Molotov Ribbentrop was still in effect, so we got 3 for that. So we should have 67 to spend. Okay, so for 67, I think we are spending all of it. We're going to do a transport plane for 8, an airborne for 3, that's 11, 2 T-34s for 10, that's 21, 8 advanced mechs, 8 times 4 is what? 32. So what was I up to? 32, 42, 53. 3 militia for 6, that's 59. And then 2 militia upgrades for a total of 8. 8 and 59 is 67. So that's our full 67. Okay, combat, we actually have very little. We are going to declare war on the KMT. So this infantry here in Kobdo is going to come down 1 and take Singhai, not worth anything. And I think that is it for combat. I don't believe there's anything else. It's all non-combat. Okay, since we're over here in the Far East, this infantry in Baratia moves over to Cheetah. The cavalry in Kobdo moves 1, 2 to Cheetah. The 3 infantry in Novosibirsk move over 1 to Angara. I think that's it here. How about down in the Middle East? We're going to have an infantry from southern Iran come over to southern Iraq. Same thing with the infantry down from northern Iraq to southern Iraq. I think that's it down here. Oh, the 2 T-34s in Transcaucasia are going to come down 1 to Azerbaijan. The 3 fighters in Stalingrad, 1, 2, 3, 4 to Azerbaijan. The airborne and the air transport in Stalingrad picks up the airborne 1, 2, 3 down to Azerbaijan. I think that's it there. How about over here? We got a fleet here in A7. So that entire fleet can move 3 except for the torpedo boat destroyer. So the entire fleet minus the torpedo boat destroyer are going to come over 1, 2, 3 to... what is that? It's covered up.
Okay, Molly.
What the hell? I can't tell what it is. But anyways, it's this one right here off of Greenland where my coastal sub was. Okay. So leave the torpedo boat destroyer behind. That's here in A7. That'll just come over 1, 2 to A4, I guess. Let's see, what else? Here in Moscow, we got 5 advanced mechs, 1, 2. They move up to Smolensk. I think that's it besides my factory that I got to move. So I think that's everything. Okay, so the factory that I'm moving is the Stalingrad factory. So that gets to rail down to Transcaucasia here. I think that's it for movement, non-combat. Let's see. Just like go over things real quick. I think we're good to go. Okay, looks good. How about unit placement? So we've got a airborne and a air transport. We'll place those down here in Kiev. Let's see, what else do we got? We got 2 T-34s. They're going to be placed down in Smolensk. And we've got 8 advanced mechs. They're going to be placed down in Orel Kursk. We got 2 militia upgrades. We're just going to add an infantry. We're going to add 1 here in southern Iran, 1 here in Azerbaijan. We've got 3 militia, 1 here in Amur, and then 1 here in southern Iraq and 1 here in northern Iraq. And that should be it. So how about income? We're sitting at 59. We get our 5 bonus, so we're at 64 again. And how about a unit recap? Okay, so a handful of territories change. Okay, so Primorsky Krai is 2 militia and a coastal gun. Amur is a militia. Chita is a militia and a cavalry. Angara is 3 infantry. Xinjiang is 1 infantry. Southern Iran is 3 infantry and a militia. Southern Iraq is 5 infantry and a militia. Northern Iraq is a militia, cavalry, and an artillery. Azerbaijan is 3 infantry, 1 militia, 1 artillery, 1 tactical, 1 air transport, 1 paratrooper, 2 T-34s, and 5 fighters. I got a major factory now in Transcaucasia along with a 3 militia. Nothing changed up there. Let's see. In Kiev is 2 motorized infantry, 2 artillery, an airborne, and a air transport. Orel Kursk is 6 motorized infantry, 6 artillery, 2 T-34s, 8 advanced mechs. Smolensk is 2 T-34s, 2 light armor, 2 artillery, 2 motorized infantry, 5 advanced mechs. Nothing changed in Leningrad. Nothing changed in Finland. And then over here, we've got a torpedo boat destroyer, an A4, and we got our fleet there, and I think it's A3. That consists of a coastal sub, 4 fleet subs, 3 destroyers, 1 light cruiser, 1 heavy cruiser. And okay, the last thing I got to do is place my jet and rocket. So we used up the capacity for Orel Kursk, Smolensk, and Kiev. How about we put, we'll just do both. We'll do the jet and the rocket here in Moscow. So Moscow will have a jet, an infantry, and a rocket. Okay, so that should be it for the Soviet Union and the CCP. Turning things over now to Global War 36 enthusiast in Japan.